This might be the weirdest trick that I will ever teach you, but it works for me. Hey, what's up? Husband here, and I've got a really interesting technique, I'd say, whenever I am in a creative rut, whenever I don't have any inspiration and I really want to get something going, but I just can't manage to find something. And what I do then is that I look up certain trailers on YouTube, and basically what I try to do is to look for trailers in science fiction, into more dystopian kind of movies, and just try to think of what kind of score or what kind of music I could write for that. Obviously not specifically for that, but in that kind of feeling. Just take the feeling from the trailer that I see, and then just turn that into something that I can make for an own production. So I did the same with the trailer of Dune. Obviously I can't let you hear the audio because then I will get pulled from YouTube immediately. I believe I can get away with just using the video. It's just a really cool trailer, and it just shows a lot of cool dark feeling, and I really like to do that dark cinematic feeling for my music. So basically, if you hear this track, whenever the track that I'm going to show you in this video, whenever it comes out, then it's basically based upon the trailer from Dune. I haven't seen the movie itself, but it just gave me a lot of really cool inspiration. So let's dive into Ableton, and so I can show you what I've been actually making with this inspiration from the trailer that you're currently seeing. For the people that follow me on Instagram, you might have seen a little montage as well, but I want to go a little bit deeper into it today. So this is how it sounds, and just for fun, let's put the trailer on there as well. As you can hear, at least in my ears, like don't listen too much into the combination of the actual trailer and the electronic stuff, but it's more for setting the theme of the track. And that's what I'm doing right here. And what I've been doing lately is that I do this thing like every few years. I get tired of my own music and I get to listening to different kind of music. And you can see as well, the BPM is 100 BPM. It's much slower, but that's why I can also do the double tempo stuff, which is really cool. And what I'm also doing a lot is just using different sound. Don't use too much silence, spire, only for my super sauce, my leads. For the rest, I'm using different sounds. And like lately, I've been using native instruments a lot, especially cinematic stuff. And then you get these kind of textures, which I really like. This one is also really cool. Again, not your typical like orchestral strings, but more like, yeah, they have an own character to it. And I think that really, especially this sound, this gives a bit that starting shot from the trailer, in my opinion, that sets it in like the dark dunes of the dark, like desert dunes of the movie. Combine that with these really cool. I had a feeling like I want to have a bit of a march going in, like dun dun. So I went about how to create this. I was firstly getting some drums down. Layer that with some brass, I think I did first. And then I also layered that with another kind of semi-vocal. Let's see where it is. Combine it with the bass, of course. And then you already get, in my opinion, something that sounds a bit like what I'm after. And of course, this vocal is still placeholder because I want to have like an original vocal, because lately I find it a bit like annoying when I have like a vocal sample and I know that somebody else could have used the same one. I mean, I've been using like splice samples for vocals a lot, but in the past, but I think now it's time. I've been making music for so long to also put in the vocals just a little bit extra effort and money to to just make the whole track as good as it can be. And yeah, I really love these kind of different elements as well as these brass here. It just gives a different tone as well. Different drums that I use. That these drums here that are, in a way, they are a little bit of a sample, like a texture, but also a drum. I was actually looking for this one, I believe. Where is it? There's one. Yeah, this one. It almost sounds like a yell with a little bit of fantasy. And then, of course, the drop. What I did here, though, is my snares are way too loud, so we have to listen past that. And this bass is the first thing. And then, so, boop. And then, of course, one thing I always tell to people, and that's something I struggle with sometimes, is practice what you preach. Sometimes it's much easier to teach people to do the right stuff opposed to doing yourself the right stuff. So from the beginning of this project, of like this little evolution of my sound, if I dare say so myself, is one thing I needed to figure out is how to incorporate the Husman sound as well, and which, in my opinion, is the leads that I usually use. So I did keep that in. And then, of course, this really cool screamy bass, screamy lead. And you can hear, maybe, I hope that people hear it, I'm not using as much reverb anymore because it's not needed in this kind of style, because I want to make room for the bass lines. And if I then just combine the kick with the bass, I think that gives a really cool touch. And the final thing I want to show is then the second part, of course, where I go towards a different section. I have a melody later on, which is, in my opinion, quite a beautiful melody, which sounds like this. But I want to introduce, because we're going from la 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 in the bass, and then we need to have something to introduce that melody, of course. So what I did instead of, because this melody, the track is in B minor, which is already a hassle, but then I just start the break melody from G. So I build it up, but also when you see here is the top line note goes from B to C sharp to D. But if I do that with B in the bass, it will sound a bit weird. So instead of doing that building up, I just keep it on the B. And that's really cool with the strings. So you get, combine that with the brass. Yeah, I think that's just super awesome. And then combine it with the double tempo. Let's lower this. So yeah, that's what I basically want to show for today. Is like turning that trailer of the track from the movie of Dune into a whole different track. Of course, not taking anything from the trailer like music-wise, but just using visuals to inspire music. And that's something that I want to share with you all today. By the way, guys, if you want to be part of a really cool community, I do have a Discord below in the description where I share my knowledge, I share sounds back and forth with my Discord members, and we will be doing some live streams soon as well, which is a really cool way for me to interact with all of you guys. I also have a Patreon where I share monthly sounds, where I also do teaching, one-on-one sessions. That's a great platform if you want to get some fresh sounds and also learn something along the way, and in turn help me as a creative out financially, which is much appreciated. Finally, I also have a video game that I'm working on, Wrath of the Mad King. If you want to be notified whenever something important happens in the development of the game, head over to the Steam page also below and check out everything that I'm working on there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this little technique and little insight in the new music I'm working on. If you like what I do, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe, because I'm actually trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube this year. I'm not good at setting goals, but I feel like that's a good goal to set, to also keep it motivated, keep it flowing, and I feel like the channel is growing. I see a lot of more people joining the channel and all the social, which is super fun. So hit that subscribe button, help me out, and then I'll see you all on the next video. Take care, bye bye.